Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Hero, and welcome to Stares Back, which is a horror game where a depressed woman one day looks through her telescope and finds someone staring back at her from space. Quick note, I have played another game from this developer that was called Don't Die Alone. That was the horror game where you had to survive a chain letter. You seeing that galaxy shape in a lot of places, huh? And sometimes, you have to step away from something to explore the other parts of life. There's so much to see and do, and teaching taught me so much, but all good things come to an end. We try to teach these kids depression? There'll be more good to find in the future. Let's get back on track, class. This is just the end of one good thing. I want you all to remain successful students so you can grow up into the adults you want to be, and explore the parts of life you want to see. I want to bump into you in 10 years and think, wow, I taught them. Look at how far they've come. No, you are teaching depression! Look at that face! I'm sorry. Please stay curious. Science is all around you, and there are discoveries just waiting for a new perspective to find them. You can be that perspective. God, that is a person broken down by life. I'm proud of my final class. It was a gift to teach all of you. Oh no. Oh. This is the real horror right here. Dear God. I need to look through the telescope. Okay, what am I doing here? I'm not quite... Okay, that's how I control it. Okay. I'm seeing stars. Stars and... I mean... could be planets. What's this? You're a bright one. Whoa! Humans. Galileo finding the black holes. Chris. Chris! You scared the shit out of me. No, I haven't seen any black holes. I'll let you and the rest of the world know when I do. Maybe find out some aliens while you're at it. Say, what are you out here looking for anyways? You know, I really don't know. It's nothing. I'll be back to bed in a few minutes, hon. Shouldn't be too long. No, take your time. Just want a good look at the moon? No, it sounds ridiculous. There's nothing ridiculous about stargazing. You know when you learn about something, and then it comes up again not long after, even though you've apparently gone the whole rest of your life without knowing about it. Oh no. Sure? You discovered a, Lovecraftian god, didn't you? That's why you were depressed about your class. Because you know the end of the world is coming or something weird. 2 or 3 times is one thing, but it's been constant. And it's not like I've just learned about it. This all started when they told me I was being fired. Oh no, that was the reason you were depressed. Something wants you to look at Andromeda. Andromeda? Maybe I'll start seeing it everywhere. Is it some sort of constellation? Maybe I'll start seeing it everywhere. Chris. What? You're the teacher. Andromeda is the galaxy our Milky Way is on track to collide with. We'll be long gone by then, but It's still remarkably close. Larger than the moon in our sky, when it's visible. Eventually 2 galaxies will merge. Wouldn't that be so amazing to see? The sky would be so chaotic. For now, we get to see it from a distance. I'm just glad to see you passionate. I've been worried about you, laying around all day. How do you feel about a hike tomorrow, before your interview? I don't know. At least you got supportive loved ones. What am I looking for, anyways? Oh, there it is. Well, there she is. Kinda pretty. I don't know what I was expecting. I guess I feel tiny. As soon as I said the word pretty, I started imagining it with, like, anime eyes. I've been seeing it so much. This is almost anticlimactic. Confirmation bias, eh? It showed up a few more times than usual, so now you're actively looking for it. Is that what you're doing right now? I don't think it's confirmation bias, son. I'm not sure what it is, but it's not that. Maybe my mind's trying to distract me from the pain for a few minutes. Maybe it's speeding up. It's a temporary feeling, Vivian. 30 years is an impressive run. They stopped appreciating me. And then when I changed things up in a way they didn't like, they forgot my value. I should have seen it coming. I'm an idiot for not resigning before it happened. Just a bunch of uptight assholes that don't know what they lost. And they'll feel it with their test scores. Yes, they will. They will. It's really not bothering me at all. I've been fine. I'm just nervous for tomorrow. Oh, it's been bothering you. The interview will go fine. Be polite. Don't curse. Sell yourself. Hopefully you won't even have to work there very long. Oh God, please. But even then, maybe I should just stay off teaching. Why go back? I did my time. I enjoyed it. It ended. Who cares? Who cares? Vivian. I was getting tired of the system. Anyways, if I can't teach my own way, then I won't teach. It's not like the paychecks were worth it either. Still struggling. No one to help. All the bureaucracy and outdated curriculum is... My God, it was driving me nuts! Absolutely bonkers. Chris, grab the camera! Aliens? Quick! What a vibrant... nebula? What's your name? Ramina... Do you have one? You're beautiful. Oh my lord. That is just the pupils of an eye. Here. Chris, I've only seen a nebula like this in pictures. I'm amazed. Look at this. Wow. Oh, shut up. Wow. That's certainly a space cloud. Cool. 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 These pictures suck. You, should get some sleep. Well, if it was by Andromeda, then it should be on this list. It doesn't look like any of them. No, it really doesn't. I couldn't bump the telescope that hard. It was still looking at Andromeda's direction. Maybe you zoomed in. I mean, I don't know. We'll see where this goes. I really think it's an eyeball, though. I really want to put a name to this thing. It was so bright. The pictures really wash out the color. It was gorgeous, wasn't it? What if I found something new? Before the astronomers? Huh! Wouldn't that be wild? Really, if our little telescope can see it, then I'm sure it's well known. The scientists would have found it. I agree. It was so clear. I feel like I was meant to see it. Thank you, Andromeda. Now I just have to claim it. I have a feeling you're gonna be disappointed. I mean, scientists are taking pictures of galaxies billions of light years away. This is just probably not a nebula. Then why don't I ask a scientist? Vivian, sorry, the little one's wrapping up, so, you know how it is. There's that galaxy. No, Cecilia, you're all fine. Thank you for coming. I know it was short notice, and probably odd to see. I'm glad you wanted to catch up. I was worried it was going to be a pyramid scheme message. Oh, man. I've gotten all sorts of those from other sorority girls. It's a shame seeing hardworking classmates turn into gullible adults. You still have Chris, right? How's Chris? Doing marvelous. I'm not sure how he does it some days. What's he do? Carpentry. He does odd jobs on top of that so we can pay the bills right now. All sorts of things. Finances have been tough. I only get to see him for a few hours at the end of each day. It gets lonely out there. I love debt! I love being in debt! You okay? Seriously. I'm so sorry. Are you still teaching? Not right now. I saw you working at the space agency. What's that like? That's huge. Oh yeah, it's a dream come true. Not the most exciting though. I spend most of my time sitting around analyzing data. Astrochemistry is really fascinating when you look at the big picture. You're able to... I've actually been interested in astronomy myself lately, just as an amateur. Oh, is that why you wanted to meet? No, I wanted to catch up. With work and living so far out of town, I guess I've been a bit of a recluse in my free time. How are your kids? Last time I saw them, they were just little babies. Well, little Charlie's been getting in trouble at school recently. I think he's acting up because... Oh, the space talk reminded me actually, before I forgot. Do you know what this is? I found it in my telescope. I spent a while researching nebula. Then I looked into galaxies. Even though I really doubt it's a galaxy, I found it around Andromeda, so I started looking at objects I found in that area of the sky, but I couldn't find a solid match. You said you found it near Andromeda. How powerful is your telescope? Not very. If I could remember its measurements, I'd tell you. I'm just surprised you managed to capture so much color. This is the raw picture? No processing? No processing. This is gonna end so horrible. I'm honestly unsure what it is. I don't immediately recognize it. I doubt it's been missed if it's this close and vibrant right next to an already widely observed target. It's unlikely you found anything new, but isn't that the dream? Every astronomer wants to find something magnificent, right? And I found it by accident. It really feels like it was meant for me. The chemical composition of distant stars is fascinating and all, but relatively unappreciated compared to other work. Sometimes I wish I worked in SETI. You should see if you can find it again tonight. Actually, can I come over and have a look? No, I'm curious too. No, it's mine! If you really found something new, something like this, that could be huge. No. Are you okay? Yeah, you're not okay. If it's new, then I'll need a name. It sort of reminds me of an iris. Like the eye of God looking at me. A puny little human. I'm not sure how I would have handled this nebula if I was religious. This has been spiritually eye-opening in its own way. At least now I know I'm not alone. Zara's is pretty good at expressions, actually. Like, this is like a really tired and desperate look. You seem like a really dedicated worker. Very motivated. What brought you to work here after your last career? Well... I follow signs. And... I don't let opportunities pass. I follow my gut. There are certain things that tell me when I'm on the right path. And I just feel that with this position. I really felt it. And I still feel it. Right now, actually. You know? Gah, why would you deprive me of barbecue night? We would have had a blast. Can't deny a man his barbecue night. I can't have anyone stealing my find. Whoops. What? That's tough. I've been telling everyone about it. What? Chris! The press, the internet, the authorities. Have you actually been telling people? Because if you have... Just that my wife saw something cool through a telescope. Nothing about it being new. Because it's probably not. Don't joke about telling people. Seriously. This is a top-secret science operation. I really wish I didn't tell Chris about this. He's such a chatterbox. Right. This is some top-secret space dust. You're taking this so seriously. Can you leave me and my space dust alone? It was by Andromeda, so I should find out again. You sure it was really near there? If you're on this astronomy phase, you should see if her and her husband still want to come over. Aye, if they're up to it. Could invite the boys over. Haven't done that in a bit. Trying to look for eyes in the sky right now, husband. To the left. There's Andromeda. I can't believe the signs used to make me feel an edge. Now it's just comforting. Now shouldn't it be around here? Look kind of like you went up from it. That was kind of like my guess. Maybe you went down. Where the hell is it? Up there? It was right next to Andromeda. I mean, that's what everything was pointing me towards. It couldn't be that far off. It was a one-time thing. I lost my chance. Well, hold on. Calm down. It couldn't have gone anywhere. It didn't run away. Or did it? Yeah, let's go up from Andromeda. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I lost it. This was nothing. This was all nothing. Frack! Vivian! Relax. Let me look. Is the thing focused right? Retrace your steps. So you went to Andromeda then. I looked around for a bit. Found nothing. I tripped over my telescope like a dumbass. Am I seeing things? Then what direction was it looking after you bumped it? Maybe it was... Chris, I found it. I found it again after bumping my telescope. What kind of luck is that? That's... Are you sure kicking your telescope isn't just ruining it? I mean, that's what it is. This is a nebula. A broken telescope wouldn't show you a nebula. Oh my gosh. I'm blessed. This nebula, it really is for me. It has to be. The signs. This actually does feel a lot like... Well, there was one Junji Ito story that did involve, like, someone discovering some new star constellation. I don't mean Hailstar Romina, and that was a whole story. There was one short, and I think it was specifically at the end of the Uzumaki. There was, like, a weird, non-connected story that just gets, like, slapped in there. Look around so you know where to look. Oh, I don't really think there's something special here. Why else would this happen? I've only had a bare telescope. I can barely make out any detail of this one, damn it. You know what? What? Maybe it is special. So it's not really near Andromeda. Thank you. What the? What was that? You saw that, right? I'll be in bed, alright? Alright, I'll be done in a little. I'm just so happy, Chris. I knew this was special. I heard like a staticky noise and then like... Huh? Vivian! You're still out here. Has it been that long? These things are appearing everywhere. That shooting star. What are the chances of seeing a meteor from my telescope? Math was never my strong suit. But I know that, statistically, all these little improbable things happening in such a short time must mean something. The signs are out there, and for some reason, only I'm seeing them. $2,000! Are you crazy? Actually, it's $2,300 plus tax. So about almost 20, like basically around $2,500. There's a reason I'm alone with this right now. That's just simple math. What the frack? I'll return it later, when I get a better picture. There's a reason all the signs have brought me here. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Miss Wright, Miss V. What? I was in your class, 5th grade. Edwin? I'll be honest, Vivian, you look very good for your age. Minus, you know, the whole, like, depression thing and being obsessed with a, alien star. Well, of course, that maybe adds a little bit of an appeal to your looks, I guess. In a weird Lovecraftian protag way. Edwin, look at you. You're all grown up. You were my favorite teacher. It's so nice to see you. Trying to steal here. I'm home from university for the weekend. It's been so stressful. I miss the calmness here. Oh, I'm so proud of her. Won't I able to hear that? Even tinier than I remember. No, I can handle it. If you say so. That would be an expensive drop. You know, the university has its own observatory. Well, really? Yeah, it's a whole thing. I have friends that would need to use it for their classes. But I wouldn't know. I'm going for biology. That would be amazing to use. You know, astronomy is fantastic for relaxing. Really? Maybe I should have gotten astronomy instead of biology. I've been stuck studying spiders the past month, and I desperately need something else. Future Spider-Man right here. Uh-oh. How'd you think my love for biology? I've started in your class. Yeah. Remember the class pet was a snake? And I was terrified of snakes. But being around it like that gave me this fascination? Yeah. That fascination never went away. And I'll be back in a second, alright? Wow, you were just powerlifting that. Oh, sorry. Wasn't trying to distract you. I'll find you, Andromeda. It's like I'm standing on it. Hey, look, it's the moon. Wow. That's a moon, alright. That's a little weird. Huh. Huh, there's never a set. A little curious. This is definitely a better telescope. I kind of hear the noise. So let's sweep from the... There you are. What the... It's not an eyeball. Where am I? I'm spinning. I'm still controlling this, but like... What was that? What's that? Vivian! Are you okay? Did you pass out? Why would you interrupt me? Damn it! I was seeing it. I saw something. I saw something. You saw a damn space spider god. That was important. What is going on with you? I think it's time you step away from the telescope. For a few days at least, alright? This is getting out of hand. She's gonna go to the observatory now. She has to see it even closer. I don't think you're concussed. We're getting older, Anna. You're probably exhausting yourself from staying outside all night. You try to imagine a new color. You can't. That's not a thing. If I just saw something like that. Not a new color. The space itself was different. Like I stepped into the fourth dimension. Yeah, I actually liked the effect, because it wasn't just like... It kind of like we broke the fourth, the visual novel wall, where it wasn't just like a CG. It had a weird dimensional effect to it. And I didn't have control. But I accepted it. I just let it happen. Even though I shouldn't have. I understood it all. I could see it. It's like that nebula isn't from this dimension. I wish I could show Chris what I've been seeing. What I saw was scary, but so eye-opening. There's something out there bigger than all of us. Alright, we're going to the hospital tomorrow. Listen, Chris, I'm sorry for snapping at you. If you saw it, you'd understand. That's what I'm trying to say. A hospital trip isn't worth our time. You get really passionate on, and I like that about you. But you've been scaring me, spending hours looking into space dust. And now it's from a different dimension. Are you listening to yourself? I'll show it to you. You already did. Plenty. I found something that makes life a little more interesting. Makes you feel more valuable. And you think I need to go to the hospital for it? When did I say that? I shouldn't have snapped at you. I got a little too involved. But I see that's gone too far. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I can't lose contact like I almost did yesterday. My telescope. God damn it. I could kill him. I need a better view anyways. Hey, wait, what? Hey, hey, hey! The signs? I see. Okay, what is even this? It's just like a shape. Curious. And can I go back to it? Huh. Interesting. That one looks kind of like a space spider. Or a starfish. Oh, man. What? Why is there a black void over here? It looks just a black void. It's kind of like something staring back at me. Weird. God, you are huge. Nope. There'll be something more we have to find. Assuming we have to find all the things. Curious shape. Yeah, as we find these things, it's almost like it's growing and expanding. Yeah, see? Should be something on the far right, he thinks? I see. Again. Should have found all your things. Because I'm hitting the invisible barriers. Let's just look inside. Oh, there's one. I suppose it gets easier finding them in the void. What's that? Whoa! What am I doing? And I'm sorry for cutting the conversation short yesterday. I was so happy to see you. Do you want to come over for lunch? I'd love to chat about college while you're in town. Hey, Miss Viv, don't worry about it. I'm free for lunch. If it's not too much trouble, could you send me those pictures of you showed me? I was looking around drama last night, but I couldn't find anything. The pictures would totally help as reference. No. This isn't for you, bitch. There's just so much homework. I have practically no free time. An open weekend like this never happens. Yeah, I was never a fan of giving its abundance of homework. Students often already have problems at home. You should at least feel free from that stress. But you're almost done, eh? About another year. But I'll get through it. It's tough, but I'll get through it. It's scary knowing I could be doing all this for nothing, right? What if my degree isn't as valuable as it should be? Then you're in a load of trouble. And that's extremely common. What if I'm not valuable? But hey, even if it's not, I still get to learn about my passion. I remember you being so enthusiastic about everything, especially the sciences. Like, you could tell when a teacher doesn't really care about what they're teaching, but I could tell you really loved it. That enthusiasm rubs off on the students. I know it rubbed off on me. I'm honored. I was actually fired recently. It's why I was working at the store. That's a recent thing. And it hurts so much. Life was already getting a bit depressing. My husband and I are in a bit of a debt spiral. Sometimes it feels like we've been caught in a web. Made one grave mistake and now we're doomed. I'm losing my students, my job. It really feels like the universe is beating me down. But I know that something out there sees me and needs me to keep going. And I just know that when I see it, I feel a purpose. The trivial human worries go away. So whenever you're worried... I'm glad I indirectly called the story... Well, not the whole galaxy part, but the other part. When I was just like, oh, she's teaching depression. Like, yeah, I mean, I saw that face. I was just like, oh, no. So whenever you're worried about your future, or overwhelmed with schoolwork... Actually, no, this is more like this... This isn't just depression. This is like full-on despair. This is just... Life is turned on you, and you see no openings. It's just walls in every direction. Something out there could need you too. Thank you, Miss Wright. Maybe you should try to look into space. You could find something too. Are you able to use that observatory you were talking about? Ah, the observatory. Yeah, anyone enrolled in the university is able to use it. Students, faculty. Just need the schedule. The wait list is like months long, so it's not exactly practical unless you really want to or have a class that needs it. Months long. Right, makes sense. It's not like you're just doing a 10-minute peek. Yeah, then no one's allowed to use it on Sundays, which is just extends the wait list even more. Kinda sucks. Guess when I'm breaking in. Does it have an eyepiece? Huh? Is it just for collecting data, or can you actually look into space? Oh. My friends made it sound like they were looking through it in real time, so I think it does. Perfect. Huh? Looking is what helps. Data is just data. Oh, yeah. The pictures are sweet. There's a gallery on the website. You should check it out. Do you know why it's closed on Sundays? To be off work? I don't... Well, it is a Sunday. We could go look tonight. Oh, right? My husband should be off work at 6, then he goes to bed around 10. We should be able to leave around 11. And then the drive is 3 hours, so we'll get there at 2 a.m. I think that gives us plenty of time. You're serious? Oh, sorry, I'm getting a bit carried away. I've just been really needing a big telescope, but I understand that using it without permission is... Yeah. You don't need to do anything like that, I'm sorry. But if you could at least just give me access tonight, I'd be so thankful. I'm sorry, I would schedule a day and bring you, but people outside the university aren't allowed to use it anyways, unless you have an invitation. And no, Miss Wright, I can't break you in. Oh, please. I need this. It's very important to me that I get access to a stronger telescope. I'm sorry, this just isn't... Please, Edwin. How do you even get into the observatory? Is it always locked? Does someone need to unlock it for you? Miss Wright. Yes? It's... Our keycards. I don't know. Are there a bunch of cameras? Does your university have a ton of security? You're gonna go like Solid Snake on this? I don't really know, Miss Wright. You don't know how much security your university has. It definitely has security, I'll tell you that. Hey, thanks for having me over for lunch. It was nice. No. I feel like I should get going now. No. Vivian, what are you gonna do? I hope things go well for you. But... You're welcome, Ed. God, she has so many broken faces in this game. No. Why am I letting this pass me? What am I waiting for? Oh my god. Oh, you get to go for the finishing kill? I gotta say, you got a nice look right now. It really adds that, that serial killer look. I'm not religious. I mean that as like an actual fact, like going based off like some, freak out female killers. Like some of those famous photos. But I know this has been giving me peace. Even the scary things, they've given me peace. It wouldn't make me do what I did for no reason. And I know I won't get away with it. So whatever's out there must have a plan for me. And it'll be tonight. I only wish Chris could see it too. Alright, what do we see? I'm pretty sure the possibility that none of this actually exists is also there. Unless she's like tapped into like some other dimension mentally. I'm not even sure I'm going the right way. It just looks like a big line. The rest of it is just a void. literally a spider's web. I knew it was a space spider. Yeah, but this person's here, they don't see anything. See that? So it was real. I was really scared it was gonna be like she's been bumping the telescope and it was just sort of a spider at the other end. She was just catching it sometimes. Gods. So that's it for Stairs Back. So unless otherwise, I think you have to take the story as literal. I mean, I think there's other aspects to it, psychologically, but they make it a point to show the security guard coming in there, flashing the light, just seeing another one of those like galaxy symbols, and then turning off the light, and then there's still the spider there. And the space spider is a very classical, common depiction of like a Lovecraftian or a cosmic god or predator in a way. There's one famous video game, for example, that made it a whole entire like space race. And I don't mean just like, oh, they were spiders. I mean like they had a little bit more of an edge to them. I forgot the exact name of the game, but it was a very old game. It kind of inspired Mass Effect in a lot of ways, more than one. And there was like 2 different races of space spiders that were gonna like wipe you out after so many turns. Something like the Urquan, something like that. Fairly old game. I think it was on the the old Windows PC. Well, actually, that game there was a lot of space spiders. Like there was literal space spiders, and then there was ones that were more like centipede alien space spiders. But yeah, it's very classical, and I'm not quite sure why. I think it's because spiders are scary, and they entrap things. So the idea of something like out there in the stars, like some godlike being laying out a web to catch like little flies, which would be like humanity, is like scary to people. But there was another angle, and it was the dimensional one. Because she kind of mentioned like, it kind of feels like I'm in another dimension. And I think that's what happened, and that's why she's there, but she also isn't. She stepped into the 4th dimension, which is full of space spiders. Or in this case, maybe literal spiders that just live amongst people. And the one final thing, which had the binoculars, I think she was kind of seeing other like dimensional beings, like they were very abstract and stuff. But in her depression, in her desperation, in her constant way of like chasing after the signs in her life, I guess her mind transcended in a weird way and went into another dimension. With a college student casualty in the way. But yeah, so we played another visual novel game for this developer. That was the Internet Chain Letter 1. That was like, you gotta send like the thing through the AOL and Instant Messenger. Similar kind of situation where it's just a normal-ish person is overwhelmed by something way above their pay grade. And it just gets progressively like worse. In that situation, it was like over the span of a night. But this one, obviously the span of days. And in the background, something's been building up quite a bit. In a very usually grounded scenario. But fairly sad story. Though there was really like no upturn at all. It was just like downhill. So I liked it. It was done well, and I definitely liked the art. I liked the facial expressions and this just absolute look of just destroyed desperation. But yeah. Anyway, so thank you all for watching me play Stairs Back. I'll see you guys later, and take it easy.